channel ML Coaching Center. Today I'm going to explain you chapter 11, the human eye and the colorful world part 1 video. So let's know about human eye. Let's know about human eye. The human eye is very much sensitive. Eye is very much sensitive, as you all know. Sensitive. It enables us to see the world and colorful color. So closing our eye, we can identify the taste and smell. We can identify if we close our eye, but it is impossible to identify the color by closing our eye. If you close your eye, you can't identify the color. By closing our eye, we can't identify the color. So this is the photo of what all the eye has. The human eye is like a camera. So human eye forms a sensitive image on retina. It forms the image. See here, retina. This is the retina. You can see here written retina, the wall. On that the image will be formed. If what you see, that image will be formed. And human eye is in spherical shape. By seeing this one, you can say it is in spherical shape. And its diameter is 2.3 centimeter. Human eye's diameter is 2.3 centimeter. Most of the refraction entering the eye first occurs in outer layer called cornea. So here you can see, here it first forms the refraction. Cornea it forms. Retina helps to see different objects in different distance. If it is far, you can also see it by different distance. If it is far, you can see you can see it. This is because of retina. It's not retina, it is crystal lens. That crystal lens, you can see, no, it is not retina, it is crystalline lens. That here you can see, no, that crystalline lens helps to see the different object on different distance, and it puts on the retina. It helps retina to see that. It puts that image on retina. So iris is putted behind. It is putted behind the crystalline lens. That crystalline lens behind of the iris is putted, and iris helps to support pupil. It helps to support pupil. It supports the pupil. Also it controls the size of pupil. Pupil. See here, this is the pupil, you can see. So this lens, if it want to become big or small by this iris only, it should become the big or small. So it supports here the iris supports pupil. Pupil controls the amount of eye, controls the amount of light, the amount of light entering eye. The how much amount of light should enter to eye, it controls entering the eye, that it controls. If it is more eye light, then it controls it. So the retina has enumerous enumerous cells, enumerous light sensitive cells cells that sends the message to brain, that sends the image, what the image retina has on image to brain. The by the that light sensitive cells sends that image to brain. Then we get the image. See, then we can see that image, what is happening there, what we are seeing. Then we will know about that. The brain will say what we are seeing. This next is power of accommodation. So the eye lens has jelly-like substance. The eye lens has substance. So here you can see it is like jelly-like substance, cornea, and these two cornea, it is like jelly-like substance. Lens can change the focal length. Eye lens can change focal length. You may learn in your 9th chapter. Can change focal length. When the muscles that cornea, when the muscles of eye become thin, the focal length increases. Focal length of eye increases. The focal length increases, we can see far objects clearly. You can see the far object clearly when the eye muscles become thin and the focal length of eye increases. The eye muscle become thin, it become thin, and the focal length decreases, Now you can understand what you can see means. The nearer object you can see easily. You can see easily the nearer object. This is why when you are seeing nearer object, you can't see the far object clearly, or you can see the other objects near you as blur. But when you are seeing far object, the nearer object, seeing the far object, you feel that you can't see the nearer object. Why means this only, the eye is focusing on only one side, not the other side. So the ability of eye, what is for power of accommodation? The ability of eye lens to adjust the eye lens that is cornea, that adjusts the focal length to see the far and near object, is called as power of accommodation. Accommodation. Power of accommodation. This was your power of accommodation. Now you understand the adjusting of eye lens to see the far and nearer object, or the focal length of far and nearer objects, is called as the power of accommodation. You understand, I think so. So they have given some examples in your textbook. You can read that. Defects of vision and correction. Defects of visions. So vision means how you see, the problem to see, and the correction. So you have some problem of seeing, and the eye doctor give you some specs. doctor give you some specs so that you can see it correctly. So that is the defect. What is the defect is called? Let's know about that. Sometimes what happens means sometimes eye loses its power of accommodation. Its power of accommodation means its power to see the far object or nearer object by increasing the focal length. That power, its seeing power go, sometimes it may goes. So this may cause them problem to see the objects. It may cause them problem. There are many defects of vision. Many defects of vision. First problem is myopia. Myopia is nearer sight. You can't see near sight or near things, near object. Hypermyopia, the far object. Myopia is far object. You can't see the far objects. And next is presbyopia. You cannot see the far object in hypermyopia, and you cannot see the nearer object in myopia. So first let's know about myopia. Myopia, I will show the image 1 minute. So this is the image. The people who are having myopia, why they can't see means far point of myopia eye. Far point of myopia eye. Then this is the myopia eye. And here when you put the contact lens, it is the solution to see the object. So let's know about more. Myopia is nearer sight, near sightness. So a person can see near object clearly, but he can see clearly, but object clearly, but cannot see the object distinctly. He can see the nearer object, but he cannot see it very much clearly. See here, you can see only little bit. He can see here in one line. You can see, and here also it is going only one line. He can't see it clearly. But far point, all the lines. Who don't have myopia, they can see all the things correctly. See here, all the lines are going to that object only. But here, who have myopia eye problem, they can only one line. They can see little bit. So he can see clearly up to some distance. He can see the object clearly. So in myopia eye problem, the image is formed in front of retina. It is not formed on retina. See here, you can see here this and this eye are forming the on retina only, but see here only little bit in front of retina it is forming the, but it should be formed on retina only if you want to see the image clearly. So this is the problem they are facing. This myopia problem happens because of elongation of eye lens, because if they elongate to eye lens, it may happen this problem. So to correct this, a lens on the specs, as you know, the people who put specs, that lens on the specs should be concave lens. It should be concave lens. When if it is concave lens, it produces the image on the retina only. It produces the image on the retina if it is concave. See here, this lens, concave lens, you can see it is concave. You may have learnt in your chapters which how is concave lens looks. So this like this concave lens looks. So if you put the concave lens in front of the eye, so the image from that comes to concave lens. It goes from concave lens to the lens on eye. This lens I said no, the pupil. On pupil it falls, and thus there it diverts and it goes to retina correctly. But here what it happens, it comes straightly and it gets diverted in front of the retina. But in this, when you put the concave lens or concave specs, so the eye comes, the light or object images comes and it gets diverted upward and it goes to the pupil, the lens that is produced in that is in eye. So it gets gets diverted and it goes to retina image correctly. So this is the only correction we can do for this problem. So hypermyopia is a far sight. So a person can see near object clearly. So a person can see near object clearly can see the nearer object, but he cannot see far object. He cannot see the far objects clearly. He cannot. That is called as hypermyopia. So this is because the light ray from the object is focused on behind the retina. It is not falling on the retina, it is falling behind the retina. See here, you can see the far object ray is falling behind the retina. Because of that, we can't see the nearer object clearly. Far object clearly. This problem arises because of small eyeball. Because if they have small eyeball, then this problem may arise. So the correction for this is the correction for this hypermyopia is the convex lens. The solution is the convex lens is the solution for this hypermyopia problem. So next, so presbyopia. So after the people become aged, they cannot see. So after the age they find the near object difficult to see. For them it is difficult to see after the age they find. So this is called as presbyopia. It is called as presbyopia. As they become aged, they find it difficult to see the near object. So this is because of weakness of the muscles of eye, weakness of muscles of eye. So they use bio lens. Lenses means it has the bio lens. It has both concave and convex lens. It has concave lens and convex lens. Concave lens and convex lens. It has a convex lens. It has both. It has. So this is the presbyopia. So here I will stop. So I will explain the next topic in my next video. Till here I understand, I think so okay friends, like the video, comment the video, and subscribe my channel and coaching center for more videos. I will see you in my next video, and subscribe my channel for more videos. Till then, take care and have a nice day friends. Bye friends.